Situations bring you back to me. Oh, love is never break up. I guess you won't, that's all. Oh my head, you say that I'm dying to forget. I bit the bullet for you, for you. I wrote a song too many pennies, so I hope you hear me know that I've been thinking about you. Oh, thinking about you. When it's dark out on the wagon, yeah, listen to the beating of your heart sound, heart sound. When it's dark out on the wagon, yeah, listen to the beating of your heart sound, sound. Da-da, 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 oh. Da-da, da-da,
Back with another Road Chronicles with my great friend Nadi.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. We're gonna start off with a cheers. Ooh, I like that cut.
Thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm kind of like a redneck at heart, so that's a whole.
Yeah,
party
it's like,
time.
yeah, and it's glass.
Yes.
It doesn't look like glass at all.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know. I've dropped it a lot of times too, and it's never broken.
Wow.
I know.
So it's a chalice, actually.
It's actually absolutely a chalice. Yeah.
Oh, and your robe.
Thank you.
Yeah. Show me your robe.
Thank you. I mean,
I'm inspired. She had it
Thank you. Thank you. As a woman of a certain age, you must have some robes, okay?
Yeah. Road Chronicles, same thing. You know, you gotta, we made it.
Gotta put a robe on.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
made it. We made it for sure. So, what has been going on in your life?
Oh
How
my
have you
God.
been? Like, just checking in with you. Wellness check, life check. How have you been?
I'm good. Overall, I'm good. Lots of things have happened. Lots of good and bad changes have happened in life. So, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm better than I have been in the past couple of years. I'll say that.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. You seem like you're good and everything. Like you're in good space. So.
I am in a good space. I think I finally found a little bit of peace in being a little older and kind of knowing some things, and I think really like using the things that you've learned at this point and being like, I'm just not going to let some shit move me. I'm just not. I used to be moved by a lot of shit, and I'm just not anymore.
Because you're not letting it control you.
Absolutely.
So it's like a response. Like, it's all about response. I think for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and not just like, when someone says, I'm giving you the same energy. So you're telling me you're going to let them control how you're reacting.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Like, that's crazy.
I'm giving the same energy to everyone. Like, I don't care. It's my energy, right? Like, yeah. I'm giving good energy. I don't have time for whatever you got going on. I'm just not going to do that anymore. Absolutely, it is.
I know, I get it. I totally get it. So, in your personal endeavors, are you working on anything creative or anything? I was going to ask you this on camera, so you act like that.
So the only thing that I have really gotten back into is I am an co-executive producer on a podcast that Easy Street is doing. So
cool.
It is called Live from the District. And so he recently released a couple of episodes. I think we're like 4 episodes in right now.
Okay.
So I'm co-producing with him, and that has been really interesting. It's different stories about different people that are from the district, and so we have interviewed all kinds of folks from, different members of like Junkyard Band to folks that are pastors and therapists, and there's just a whole different.
It's like an eclectic.
It's definitely very eclectic.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's kind of been the only thing that I'm doing. I don't want to say the only thing because that's a pretty major thing.
Share it all. But
I'm here for it. That's the thing that I'm doing that's like really within this realm. I've kind of tried to like pull back, and I keep getting called back in. So just doing little things. I do some work with Risa Renee here and there.
Okay.
Just small things with Risa.
I talked to her last year. I had an idea for a song, but yeah, we didn't fall in touch. That fell off because of life.
Yeah.
Life. I just been distracted.
Yeah.
But I'm back now. Let's check it out. Shout out to Risa and Easy Street.
Well, Risa will be in town actually next weekend, or 2 weekends from now. I'm sorry. She's going to be performing at the Wizards game halftime. So she's been doing her thing at home still and living in Cali. So just kind of helping her do a couple of things here. That's kind of been the only other thing that's on my plate.
Cool. Are you gonna be at that game?
I'm definitely gonna be at that game.
I think I'm gonna be at that game.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, anything else you want to share? Your talents? Anything?
I mean,
I'm trying to give you your flowers. You got a challenge. I'm gonna give you a challenge.
Oh man. I mean, besides my personal stuff, you know, I usually don't really share what I do. So like I work for youth rehabilitation. So like most people don't know that. I'm going on 10 years of doing juvenile justice work. And so that's a lot.
10 years? That's 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
That's 10 years.
Absolutely 10
Bars.
years. Listen, because I'm about to start, you know, you start accumulating shit differently at this point. So like I'm in a different space with my career. And I've really just tried to focus on that a lot.
I saw a story that you posted. I don't want to say it was yesterday. Maybe it was a couple of days ago. And you said something like, use your PTO.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you tell me?
Yeah.
Can you just keep it a buck?
So listen, right? I am 44 years old. I've had a job since I was 14. Okay, and I have always been that person who like is at work on time, is present and available, answers the phone at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It doesn't matter what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
I've literally always been that human. And what I have learned watching other people, not always necessarily myself, is these jobs don't care anything about your mental health.
No.
And I will say that a lot of negative things came out of COVID, but for me, something that was really positive out of this space was understanding a work-life balance, like a positive work-life balance. And I really started to use my time. Like I really started to use my PTO. Every year I'm that person who has 400 hours left over and it's like, oh my God, I gotta take off. I gotta take off today. I gotta take off tomorrow. Or I'm giving leave to other people or whatever. I really don't take a lot. I give leave to people all the time. I literally just donated 2 weeks of leave to someone the other day because I don't take my own time. I will work all the time. I have had a number of folks that I've dated or whatever over these years that have been like, bro, you don't take a break. Like when, you know, we'll be on vacation, I'm answering my work phone, I'm checking emails. I don't do that anymore. Like the one thing I took away from COVID that I think was extra positive was use your time. Like we work hard for it. Use your PTO, honey.
Yeah, so what happened? Like what was that breaking point for you?
So I was sitting in Hawaii, right? On the beach, minding my business. Didn't have phone service. At the time I was married, whole nother situation, but my wife was like, why are you getting a call on Facebook Messenger? And I was like, what? Pick up my phone, it's my boss. He is calling me on Facebook Messenger while I'm on an anniversary cruise. I'm an anniversary trip, and he is Facebook messaging me to literally ask me something that like not only could have been an email, but could have waited till I got back. And at that point, like, I realized that I was upsetting like what should have been like a beautiful moment. Like I'm sitting here trying to enjoy this time with my wife, we're celebrating, and I'm working. Like I'm literally working. And I was kind of like, oh, this is crazy. Like this job controls me in a way that it shouldn't. Yeah. And so at that point, I was like, no, like my phone is going off. When I travel now, it's off. I was in the Bahamas a week and a half ago. I didn't check an email. I did not look at my phone.
Good.
I took my time.
Great. Good on you.
Yeah, I mean, we have to because they don't care. They don't care.
Yeah, my breaking point was like, you know, I always started my job off. I mean, I've been working since I was 15. And I started my government job and then like, you know, I was working for like maybe a year or two. And I was young when I got into that space. Mm-hmm. And there was a lady, ate healthy, vegan, all that stuff, dropped dead. And then they came in and was like, hey, you know, so-and-so died. We need you to fill the spot before, so we do the whole thing.
Oh, that happens all the time.
And it was just like, you're now assigned to this spot.
Oh, yeah.
No potluck, no flowers,
nothing.
Yeah,
nothing. I have watched that happen so many times to people. I've also watched people quit or get fired or whatever. And it's like they just move on like nothing happened. Like it's literally like a seamless transition to whoever is next. So yeah, no, I'm just not that person anymore. And I love my career. I love my career. Like I would never, literally I had someone the other day ask me like if today I had to make a decision of what I was going to do for the rest of my life, would I stay in that career? And I said yes, I would. There are good days, there are bad days, but I overall love what I do.
And I love serving.
So, and me too, right? Like in ways that I have never really been able to impact youth or impact the community, I'm doing that now with work. And so, like, I would never change what I do. But at the same time, like, how am I, you know, what's that adage, like, you can't pour out of an empty cup? Like, that's literally what I feel like has happened to me over the years.
Speaking of which.
Hey, pour up, you know? Mm-hmm. But definitely that's where I am now. Like, I'm tired of having an empty cup. I'm tired of having an empty cup. Like, my cup is about to overflow, honey. I'm over it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we, when's the next vacation?
Yeah.
I'm
doing that.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I
Okay.
have the time.
Oh,
I have the
yeah.
time.
You got it, yeah.
So yeah, no.
Like, yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I love that I'm in that space now too, because it's just like, yeah, I'm taking off. I'm sorry. If I die, y'all be all right. The mission won't fail.
Oh, absolutely.
I work so hard when I'm there that it can't fail. Like,
I feel the same way. But what's also crazy is that when I'm gone, everybody acts like they can't do anything that I do. Yes and no, because it's kind of like, come on, y'all. Like, so what if I get hit by a bus tomorrow? What y'all gonna do? So I feel like people should know how to do something that I do. I mean, geez, like that's.
Nah, people just, I call it skating.
It could be a little bit of that.
I don't know how to do this. I do know how to do this, but
I just
can
am
you
not
do
gonna.
it for it?
Yeah.
Can you cut my pancakes and sausages?
Okay, that's too much. That's way too much.
You know what I'm saying? That's the when you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that when I was a kid. I was like, I knew how to do that.
Yeah, absolutely not. No.
Y'all gonna put my syrup.
Listen, when my son turned like 3, it was like, every man for themselves, honey. You better learn how to cut your own food. No.
Absolutely.
No. I don't baby. No, I don't do babying.
And that's a whole nother.
Babies. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
We're not gonna do that. Like, let me.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Ooh.
Off that. How can people reach you, and what services can you offer the public, or if any?
What if I don't want to offer services anymore?
Okay, we'll edit that out then. And that we're gonna keep it.
Yeah, no, I don't want to offer services to people anymore. I'm tired. I want to retire.
Right.
I want to not have to do things anymore.
5, 4, 3, 2. All right. So, if people want to reach you or follow you, where can they follow you?
On Instagram, I am by nature she's Nadi. I've thought about changing my name a couple times.
To what?
You know, that's the thing. I really don't know. So a lot of people don't know Nadia is my middle name, so it's like still my name, but it's my middle name. And so like on Facebook recently, I changed my name to Elisa Nadia, and everyone's like, wait, so is your name not Nadia? Yeah, it is. Like I have a first name and a middle name. Those are both my names. So maybe changing my Instagram name to Elisa Nadia? Yes.
Is that an island thing?
What?
Like that home name?
You know, it could be. I mean, both my parents are Caribbean, so like I'm
and I see
Caribbean.
joke. It's like
It could.
Vicky's dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? This and that. But who's Rosary?
You know,
that's her home name. Like,
yeah, that could
her
be.
real name was Rosary.
That,
but we called
that
her
could
Vicky.
be. That could
I was
definitely
like,
be.
what?
I don't know, because I started going by my middle name really more. So like back in the day, back in the day when I was maybe like 18, I want to say it was WPGC was doing like a find a new VJ thing, like they were trying to put a show together. Tigger was on PGC, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Tigger. And so me and a friend of mine, we put together a couple of reels and like sent in video and all this stuff. And they were like, oh my God, we want you guys to do stuff for Black College Weekend. So I was like, okay, cool. King's Dominion. This is back in the day, okay? So I'm like, okay, you know, cool. So they were like, well, what do you want people to call you? And I was like, oh, I never even thought about that. I had like nicknames when I was a kid, but none of them were like appropriate to have other people call me. They were like in the house nicknames, family nicknames, right? And so I didn't have a nickname. Like at that point I had no nickname. And so like, you know, OPP was a thing, right? Naughty by Nature was a thing. And so one of my homegirls was like, well, why don't you just call yourself Naughty by Nature? Because like,
that's so dope.
And I was like, damn, I kind of like that.
That's
and
dope.
So like that became, you know, Naughty by Nature was like my thing. Then like it turned into Nadia, because Nadia is my middle name. And so like at that point I started having like family that had been calling me Elisa since I was a baby. Now call me Nadia. My mother calls me Nadia, like, and she gave me both names. So it's, I don't necessarily know that it's an island thing. For me, it was kind of like a progression of, you know, who I was. But so now that's how I know how people know me, right? So like if you call me Nadia, you most likely know me from like the streets, other stuff, being outside, parties, you know, whatever, the music scene. So I don't mean the streets, but the streets, you know.
The streets, no?
You know,
they both.
the parties and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
if you call me Elisa, you probably know me through work. You probably know me like on a professional level, or I know you from like kindergarten.
So I can't call your job. It was Nadi here.
So what's funny, what's wildly funny, is that at DYRS people know that my name is Nadia, because a lot of people that I know from the streets, i.e. Tony Lewis, Silas, like all these people, they know me from, you know, they know me as Nadia. So as they've done work with my agency and they see me and they're like, oh, Nadia, da 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 da. People are like, why are they calling you Nadia? And I've had to bridge that gap. Yeah. So you could call my job or show up and be like, is Nadia here? And someone would be like, yeah, which is kind of weird too, but whatever.
Hey, that's dope though. I get it. I have a couple of nicknames, and it's like that for me too.
Yeah.
I mostly go by, honestly, Eli.
Yeah. I always call you LX. Though.
Yeah, industry people call me LX. But regardless.
That's how I met you. Yeah. So like that's gonna be what I'm gonna call you.
So when you call me Elijah, I'm like,
yeah, something wrong. Did I do something?
Did I do something? Well, a lot of people like call me Eli or like Lala or Ja.
Oh my God! So EJ. Lala used to be one of my nicknames.
Really? Like
a family nickname, and I didn't necessarily dislike it, but then as I got older and like Lala Anthony became who she is, and people would be like, "You look like Lala," and I was like, "I don't." But so I would get Lala like all the time, and that was kind of like, eh. Yeah. I mean, not in a bad way. Like I love Lala, but I just was like, that didn't stick for me. So.
Yeah, I mean, recently I've been called Ellie more.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Ellie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pick that one up, but okay.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't love it. I don't like it.
I just like it. No, I don't mind it. I like it.
Okay. I mean, hey, if you like it, I love it. You know.
Hey. So anyway, I appreciate you.
Oh yeah.
For pulling up on me.
I mean.
And man, I don't know, my
You had one. You didn't even finish it.
I didn't.
Sober Robe Chronicles is what we're calling today, clearly, because.
I ain't gonna like that though. Peer pressure.
You didn't even finish it. Like, what's happening? Here, I thought you were gonna ask me some crazy dating stuff. Oh my gosh, I was so worried about what was gonna happen here.
What kind of?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just know we've had like lots of conversations about like our newfound reemergence into the dating scene individually, and you know, I really thought some of that was coming, and so I was a little.
I ain't one. I don't know. I just, you know, this is time for isolation and healing. Because I'm really not trying to crash out.
Oh no, I mean, which is cool. Like I've already done the isolation and the healing part, so.
You crashed out.
I'm in crash out. I'm in crash out. I'm in full crash out. I'm in full crash out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in full crash out.
I'm not trying. Yeah, I'm trying not to crash out.
Yeah, I'm giving. Well, I mean, okay, let me not say that. I'm somewhat in crash out, but I have like a situation that I hope is the situation, but like I'm you know, I mean, like I was talking to you about earlier, like the dating scene is weird now.
Yeah,
and the way people move is different, and I'm still trying to kind of navigate things, and so like.
And when it's fresh, it's like, hey,
weird.
This just happened to me, so I'm just kind of in this space.
Yes.
And hey.
Yes.
Just don't
don't be weird.
Yeah, don't be what are we. You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the piano and work on my life.
So, you know,
I'm not trying to crash out. I want to.
I don't know. So
I don't, but I want to. But it's like, I don't know. I guess it's a very vulnerable place to say.
So I think the like, where are we part is not really what I have a problem with, or what are we, or whatever. I don't think that's really my part. I think my part is just kind of like us not even really knowing what we're doing, like at all. Like it's just kind of like. We like each other, we spend time together, we do things together, but we're not going to be together. Like, that's kind of the weird part for me. That's the part that I'm
like,
trying to...
Like, what's the end goal? Like,
yeah, because, I mean, and
well,
I don't know...
Well, are you approaching it in a place of fun?
So, yes.
Initially?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But I also think that, like, what has happened to me, and I'm not sure if this happened to you or not, but I think that when you are married, and you have a mindset like, I am going to be somebody's spouse for the rest of my life. This is what I'm going to do.
Absolutely.
So, like, you have committed, like, emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever, to, like, being somebody's spouse. And so, like, waking up one day and, like, not being a spouse is weird.
It is.
And so then when you're in a space where you like somebody, or you're feeling like, this is someone I could potentially treat this way, and, like, you can't because you're not their spouse, is kind of weird.
Yeah, because you already been there and you know the max.
Right. I'm a wife, and they're like, well, I'm a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. And it's no slight. It's no slight to them.
No, not at all.
But it's just like, I know where I am in my brain.
You wouldn't know unless you was there. So,
right.
So you gotta give them that.
So it's just a weird place to be.
It is. And yeah, that's why I've kind of been chilling. It's like, okay, whoever I was is dead. You know what I mean? So you're trying to, like, you know, I try to, I don't know. Like, now I'm scared. It's like, do I want a woman in the industry? Do I want
Child, no, don't do it.
Do I want, right.
Don't do it.
Or I don't want a woman who's trying to get in the industry.
Oh, yeah, no. So
that's absolute fuck no.
The one thing I will definitely say, I know what I don't want. Like,
that's
I for sure
part.
know what I don't want.
Yeah, that part.
And me being someone that, like, was in the industry, but, like, wasn't in the industry necessarily in the same way that most people that I know are, like, I love that I have the understanding. Like, I get it. Like, you and I are dating, you have a show late night, you have fans, you have this, you have that. I have no problem with any of that. But I wouldn't want us both to be doing that, because it's extra hard to try to, it's hard to, like, do anything.
Yeah, I definitely want a woman who doesn't want attention.
So
like
here's
okay,
ho.
Okay,
now I have a question.
No, I'm keep it.
But now I have a question then. So
I
I hear you.
Joint.
So I hear you, but okay. So let me ask you a question then, because this can turn into a whole thing for me. Okay. What do you do if you're a woman that doesn't necessarily want to attract attention, but because of who you are, your past, people that know you, whatever, you just genuinely attract the attention? Like, I'm not trying to, like, toot my own horn or anything. I'm really not that type of human.
You talk your shit.
But I have been in situations.
Don't give me like.
Well, so I've been in multiple situations with people over the years, right? That I don't want to say are intimidated by me, but a lot of times it's like, well, how do you know him? How do you know them? How do you know this? And I'm, like, in the mix, and they wonder or worry about me being in the mix. So for you to say I would like a woman who's not in the mix, I'm not trying to be in the mix. I just happen to be in the mix.
Right.
So, like, it's not really fair to be like, oh, I don't want someone who does that, because not everyone is doing that in, like, a negative way.
No, I'm saying in the mix. Like, if I want an industry woman, I want a professional who doesn't want attention, who's been through the attention phase. Because as you get into that place,
but again, sometimes the attention comes in your mind and your business. Like, I'm not doing anything.
Right. No, I'm talking about the person who wants the attention, not the attention.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
okay.
I got attention. I get attention all the time, but how do you react to that?
Okay, then
do
that's
you
fair.
desire that?
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
I want a woman who doesn't desire. I want a bad joint. Of course, you're gonna get attention, but how do you react to that?
Okay, I mean, but I think that, like, in fairness, then that's the way that you say that, right?
Yeah,
because
I probably misworded.
When I've had people tell me, like, oh, I've literally had people tell me, like, you're too in the mix. Everybody knows you. You're just kind of, like, here and there.
That's a deflection.
And I'm like,
that's a deflection.
I mean, my bad. Yeah. Sorry, but I've also been like, so I'm in the mix, yet, like, ask these people how they know me. They all know me in a very professional way. So, like, if anything, I would rather have someone that's known professionally for being in the mix, as opposed to somebody being a whore and in the mix.
Right. It's not like they loved you, hugged you, and lift their leg up on you. And...
Right. Niggas are just like, oh, what's good? Give me a hug and shit, and or dap me up or something wild, treat me like I'm one of their boys, and then they move along.
Yeah, that's wild. Like, yeah, no, I think I learned that that's a deflection. Like, you're gonna use an inside voice.
Oh, inside voice.
Yeah,
if you finish drinking that drink, it would probably be an outside voice.
Because it was live. I'm live right now, so I don't gotta be like, I want to say anything.
I mean, talk your shit. You told me talk my shit. Like, talk your shit. Okay.
I keep it classy. I try to keep it classy.
Listen, talking your shit does not make you any less classy. Okay, you just need to talk your shit with class.
I'm chilling.
Okay.
I'm chilling. Like, I don't know. It's just like, you can see. Well, I'll say this. I'm choosing my words. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure this out.
Sorry, y'all. I threw him off clearly.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like choose my words very carefully. I'm learning why people are the way they are, including myself, even more so. And a lot of things it's like childhood trauma or relationship trauma early in life, and it's like it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whether you date them, fuck them, marry them, or not, and you gotta give them a little grace. Because I'm looking at myself like, why did I contribute to these?
The shit show? Oh, no. Okay.
Just everything. You know, how did I contribute to it? What did I not do? What did I not communicate? What did I not understand? Now, it's not 100% on me, not by a long shot, but it's like, how did I push that trauma or trigger their trauma?
Right.
With anybody I've ever dated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or messed with or had a situationship with. It's like, what did I do? Okay, what could I have done better? And I have an answer for all of that. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, all right. Now I'm going to isolate myself. And work on myself and really try to see everything from all points of view, because now I have the experience and of life and everything. And boy, it just hits different.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, I agree with that. I think that a lot of people have a lot of unresolved trauma, and because they don't think about it or try to move through it properly, I definitely would say that creates a lot of problems. I mean, shit, I just realized, you know, it's like, what is that song? It's like, Am I the Drama or whatever? Like, I definitely was some drama in a situation that I could have just not been. And it was a direct result of, like, previous trauma. And the person that I was dealing with, well, that I am dealing with, didn't deserve me to react the way that I reacted, but it was a direct result of like how I've been before.
But it's very mature and accountable.
I mean, so
accountable.
It is.
Hey,
so it is.
Shout out to the accountable
but
women out here.
It took me. Okay,
come on.
Let me just be clear that it took me a second though. Like it took me a second. Like he did have to. It's really funny because like people use all these phrases like having emotional intelligence and like men being like all these things are like new words, right? They're all the hot topics and the keywords now and everything. Yeah, to them, right? Because if you've ever been in therapy or you've ever learned anything, you already knew a lot of these words. But I think that for me, I have not dated a lot of emotionally intelligent men in my life. And I've not dated a whole lot of men either. So there's that. But a lot of the men that I've dated have not had the emotional intelligence. And so instead of taking any accountability for a lot of things, I've kind of just put it all on them. Like, oh, well, they did, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Where I think that now I'm looking at situations and I'm going, oh, I could have done that better. I could have handled that better. Like, I totally didn't have to do that.
Protect her at all costs.
Shout out to my accountability partner, though, because without him, I wouldn't be here right now. But, I mean, I have learned how to be a little more accountable. I will say that.
That's what's up.
So, yeah.
Well, this podcast went longer. This is the longest podcast I've ever done.
No way, are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Oh my god.
We do like
I'm the longest?
Yeah, we cut it off like 3 times and we just kept talking and I love it. Because it was a great conversation.
It was.
It means a lot to me, you know, to actually sit down and reflect.
Thank you for having me. I had fun.
Hey, I love it. And I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. All right, y'all.